Ooh. Oh, yeah, you're stiff. I gotta thank everybody for joining me here, and you know, you guys are really supportive and I appreciate that, but I gotta point out some mistakes. You know, nobody's perfect at this. I try to do the best I can, but you know, maybe coming off a night shift working in the bush is not always the best thing to do. But you know, you can see that tree on my right there. It's angled up, it's hanging up on a tree. I should have just pushed that off with the blade as soon as I drove by it. I could have knocked that right off the tree. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Mistake number one for the day. I want to get that ash. I got this old dead oak up against it. Dirty old girl. Now, what's Louie gonna do? No, I mean, the best thing to do is to get that ash down. Or that oak out of there. Dirty things. Dirty. I can cut that without that hitting me. Well, you know what? We'll use the Echo again today. It was kind of not running the greatest. The steel's down. I gotta change the bar out. Oops. Gotta change the bar out on it. So that ash there, curly bugger, it's coming out. That I tried, but it's just punky all the way through. It's not even good firewood. And then I got one oak tree right there, and you can just see it's ringed around the bottom there. So I'll get that, or those two, kind of 2.5, and then I'll get on out of here. I don't like cutting underneath that there. I don't like that. I can drag it right out of here. If that breaks, it's just gonna slam me. I don't like it. You know what? Maybe I can I jiggle this baby down? It wouldn't push off. Let's try something old school. Oh yeah, okay. Are you seeing what I mean? Like, I was just too focused on taking that one down when I should have just either pushed it off with the blade when I first got in there. Look at me, I'm just dulling the blade on this old piece of garbage. Not even good for firewood, nobody'd want that in their pile. But just focused on cutting that out. Should have just hooked the winch cable up to it and pulled it right off that tree right from the very start. I mean, even that whole mess of ash that I'm going at, really, is it worth that, you know, probably half an hour of messing around that I did? I'm not quite sure. Get out of the way of that. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. He's leaning right up against it. When that falls, it's going to unconnect or disconnect from that upper branch. And I don't know if Louie's legs are fast enough for that. Get me out of there. Thing to do is just take that cable and pull that piece of garbage down. Sometimes you get lucky, you know. You can drop those, you can sort of buck the end of that thing and they can fall down and they get out of your way, but it's too dangerous, boys. Too dangerous. Not worth it. Time is usually money, but thankfully we're not doing this for the money, are we? I don't know. Oh, come on, girl. Oh, you're sticky today. Oh. Get off. You're buggering up my day, tree. Anything hanging? No hangers. Look at the way that bugger twists around that. Comes right up the other side. What a dog's breakfast. So if I cut that, it's gonna fall down into that. If I cut that, it's gonna fall down the backside. So it's a heavy lean that way. What a weird piece of crap that is. I know, it looks like a really weird place to cut that notch, but the way that that tree wrapped around the bigger ash, it was supposed to fall to the right of this. You know, it was supposed to fall down there, which if you look at it, you'll sort of get the idea when you get a look at it. But it turned out that it was sort of grafted into the top of that tree, which messed things right up. You can't hear me say that, but there, right up top there, it's actually sort of grafted into that, or it's grown into it and it's pushing against it. So it really wouldn't fall away, if you know what I'm saying. So I just started chiseling at it. What a nightmare. The good thing is, you know, that thing really wasn't going to come and get me. That tree was holding it back on the other side. that was bad. Yeah, I got 2 trees out of that. You gotta wonder if you gotta wonder if any of it was worth it. That stump is staying. It's my bush. I'm not gonna hit that with a 4-wheeler. I'll cut it off. That broke right off. Cleaned everything off it for me. The whole top fell off it. That's good. You can stay, dirty girl. Cut that stump off. It looks garbagey. Mistake number 2. You know, you'd think I'd had the crosshairs right on that poor little evergreen tree right there. But in actuality, I didn't. It was just purely a mistake on my part. I figured that tree was just standing on its own and I'd give her a little bump with the skidder. But no, there was enough hanging weight there. It fell over and just smoked that poor little guy. I'm going to go plant an evergreen in its honor. Oh, you went down. You know, if you get something like this, you don't know how it's laid up with the pressure. I know that, you know, there's pressure like pushing up on it because that one branch is there, but if it's in a real mix, you can, instead of going at this crotch, you can always just do this. There, there was no pressure, but it's clear now. Well, even though that tree was on its way to dying, because the top is all full of holes, this bottom part is pretty good. So I'm gonna get, no problem, I'll get saw logs out of this. But look at that stump. When I say a stump is ringed, it means a beaver's gone around it and chewed the bark off it. So that tree's on its way to dying. Now the reason I didn't cut that down below like that, and then just drop the tree and then, you know, saw off the notch, is because they pay more for a butt log, and that notch denotes a butt log, right? There we go. See that? On its way. That's why I cut it here. Better log. Now leave as much of this garbage in here. Well, it's not garbage, it's fertilizer, right? Leave all this in here. No sense dragging that out to the landing. Look at those curly buggers, and that one. Oi, oi, oi. Oh well.
Here's what it is. Drink time. Drinking grease. Well, we got a couple of logs out of here. Well, the good news is that I'm done in here, in this little spot. And I kind of needed a little trail through here anyway. So we're good. Okay, baby. That's hard on the car. Aye.
Now, in case you guys haven't noticed, I got 3 piles. First one's firewood logs. This one I'm heading to right now, that's my saw log pile. I'm cutting that up for saw logs. That goes out to a local sawmill. And then I have a 3rd pile I'll be hitting with the next hitch, and that's my own personal pile of logs that I saw.
I gotta pick up these 2 logs that I cut there a couple of weeks ago. Geez, maybe a month ago. you and you. There's a couple of big ones. Well, I'm just gonna take 2 in this hitch. Hopefully I can get under that. Oh yeah. Well, she's a biggie though. Hopefully I can get around it. This big old pine tree. I gotta pull that up. It should pull it forward and clear that ironwood there. There we go. Oh, that's going to be a bit of a dirty pull, but I'll pull it up and out. It'll flatten down there. I can limit, then I should be able to pull that out. That's what I kept this second check. Oh, I didn't. Oh yeah, that's what I kept this first one for. Hopefully you can go around that because you're big. Aye, and it's gonna buck up on this stump. So I gotta keep this cable low. Think it'll do it? I don't know. Oh, it should work. I got some faith today. Faith, I tell you. We'll make it so it rolls this over a little bit. If you put it up kind of higher, it'll twist it over and try to roll it. As long as it doesn't get too hung up on those branches. Oh geez, did I do it? Oh, I did it. What a pain. Well, I might be able to get you through there. That'll work. This is a tricky one to trim. Holy Louise. I'm gonna start up there. I'll take what I can, stay clear. This butt log, this log right here is gonna keep most of it from coming back on me. But what can happen is sometimes if you trim like a lower one, it'll flip the tree over on you. So, gotta be careful. That's a big pull around these trees. That's a nice saw log is what that is though. I'm gonna preemptively cut this guy. Two pretty big ones. Thankfully we're going downhill.
And this is my personal pile of logs. This hunk of pine here, I'm just sort of cutting this wobble out of it. It's rotten and hollow kind of thing. So I'm going to get rid of that, and all this is going to be milled up for some board and batten for some siding on one of my little buildings.
check some fluids while everything is nice and warm. Too hard to check first thing in the morning. So check the fluids, saw some saws, get back at it, and I'll check the oil too.